Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap and review, I'm having a soda and I'll be reviewing Ruthless Scoundrel by Ember Holt. This is a book I received as an ARC, but of course I'm going to give my honest opinion. These are the tropes and these are the content warnings. Now I will say books 1 through 4, and this is going to be a 5-part series. This is book 4. Technically, books 1 through 4 can be read as standalones. But based on my opinion, having read all 4 books, I do agree books 1 through 3 can be standalones. And based on how book 4 ended, you would really benefit having read those books first, just because you come across all the princesses again, and you want to understand the dynamic and how they met their partners. It just makes it a lot more enjoyable, in my opinion. But you could get away with the first half of the book without having read those. So if you like to tandem read, you could probably do that quite easily with this series. But that's just my opinion. Books 1 through 4, though, however, have to be read before you read number 5, because that's the conclusion of everything, and I cannot wait for that book. For this book, again, this is book 4. I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4.75, and I'm really excited to talk about it. So this book is about a Selkie by the name of Jasper, who is on a mission to rescue not just his family, but his people who are being held in captivity. His plan is to use a powerful princess as bait in a scheme against this evil tyrant who is holding his family and his people in captivity. The thing is that the princess he plans to kidnap, Princess Reina, has her own mission to accomplish in overthrowing a monstrous tyrant, her mother. She doesn't have time for this nefarious plan that this stranger who kidnapped her has in store. So what does she do? Well, she defies him. She resists him, and she does everything she can to make him miserable and make him regret kidnapping her. But the thing is, he doesn't seem to regret it at all, because something in her keeps drawing him in. But shortly after, they are shipwrecked onto an island with only the 2 of them to depend on each other. And they have to, even though they don't trust one another, in order to survive. But with the situation that they are in, they are forced to depend on one another, and trust does start to grow. Along with that trust, however, is an attraction that starts to grow between the 2 of them. The thing is, they again each have their own missions to overthrow a powerful tyrant, and they can't give in to their attractions because the people who in their kingdoms are depending on them. So the question becomes, do they give in to their attraction, or do they stay on mission to overthrow these tyrants and rescue their people? So what are my thoughts on this book? Again, I'm giving it a 4.75. I really did enjoy it, and I was really excited to read this book because it was going to focus on Princess Reina, the last of the 4 princesses. Each book is focused on a different one, and each one has been so different. I was really excited to learn more about her. Now, I will say in this book, at first you're not quite sure if you like her because she has been made helpless, being so sheltered and guarded for a purpose. She was made intentionally to be helpless for certain reasons. Trust me, she doesn't like being this helpless, but she didn't have any alternative. Yes, she's allowed to interact and have a palace life, but trust me, she wanted more, and any opportunity she could, she tried to take more, to absorb more and understand more, which was so interesting because once she was out of the palace, even though she's been kidnapped, Jasper, the Selkie who kidnapped her, actually started to teach her things and take away that helplessness in her. And trust me, it didn't matter how messy the job was, how hard the job was, how many times she failed at a job, she didn't care. Any opportunity she took to learn, or could take to learn, she took it with both hands and did everything until she could fully understand it, which was so admirable and great. I really did enjoy that about her. She didn't let anything stop her, even her inability at things. She's like, I don't care if I don't know how to do this, you're going to show me and I'm going to learn. And also throw that in with sassy and being a brat. I liked her. She was really cool and really entertaining. Now, Jasper, our male main character, like I mentioned earlier, really supported Reina in her wanting to learn more. Even if she was going to later turn that knowledge on him to escape, he didn't care. He wanted to expand her knowledge because he liked seeing her grow. He didn't want a helpless damsel princess. But he is a very sassy character, so yes, he may have helped her at times, but he had a joke or 2 at her expense, which made for some funny situations. Now, Jasper is also a Selkie, a sea creature. So he is able to shift forms to other creatures, but his sea creature forms had certain appendages that came for some very spicy moments at the end. He had 2, a Selkie and tentacles. Technicals, you know what I mean. So use your imagination or read this book. Trust me, he gets creative and it's hot. So he was just, again, very supportive, but also very sassy and bratty, and I like the 2 of them together. Something else I enjoyed about this book is that we got to go outside of the kingdom and explore, and we also, like I said, had the Selkie race to learn. So I like seeing more world building and learning more about this world that I've enjoyed so much so far. So it was definitely expanding my knowledge on the series that I enjoyed. So, like I said earlier on, this is definitely a series I really enjoy. In fact, it's one of my favorite series. So, I would definitely recommend it. This book, the book 4, will be available August 20th. So, you got a little bit of time to maybe check out books 1 through 3, which are all available on KU. Ember's writing is amazing. You would not regret it, especially if you like fantasy, spice, different creatures, and strong female main characters. So, again, this book will be available August 20th. Check it out, and I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.